Penfold is an iconic Australian wine brand which was founded in Adelaide in 1844 by Dr. Christopher Rawson Penfold and his family when they arrived in Australia from England. It is one of Australia's oldest wineries and is currently part of the Chardonnay wine estate. Penfold's vineyards are located primarily in South Australia on prime land throughout the state's renowned viticultural regions. For example, Magill Estates, Barossa Valley, Adelaide Hills, McLaren Vale, Coonawarra and Eden Valley. Penfold has gained a reputation for quality brew as it has multi-vineyard and multi-regional sourcings, which allow for consistency of style and quality across vintages. In total, around 220 different sources contribute to Penfold's productions. Penfold is best known for its flagship wine range, which is one of the most acclaimed wines in the world. Penfold's White Grange project is very successful when Yattarna was launched in 1998. Yattarna itself has won many trophies and awards for the best wine, best white wine, and best white wine in premium classes at the Australian wine shows. Penfold's wines also enjoy great success in the secondary wine market in Australia and in many important wine markets across the world. They are amongst the most traded wines in Australia, dominating the auction price charts. The success of Penfold has been driven by the generations of visionaries and innovators. Since 1844, the merging of science, art, and innovations has driven Penfold to become one of Australia's most famed and respected winemakers. In Canada, the total sales volume of wine increased 3% in 2018 and accounted for 592 million litres in the wine market. Still wines, accounting for the lion's share of sales, has been steadily growing. Consumers in Canada, especially young adult wine drinkers, are gravitating towards high-quality and high-priced wines in recent years. Researchers also found that Canada has strong demands for Australia's premium white wine. Therefore, we will focus on offering white wines from the Penfold's collections such as Yattarna Chardonnay, Reserve Vineyard Adelaide Hills Chardonnay, and Chardonnay collections. As these are premium or luxury wines, we will target the consumer aged above 30 years old with medium to high disposable income as they have more purchasing powers and consumers who pursue prestige and have knowledge of wine.
Canada is a country known for its tasting wine and the significant impact the wine industry has on the country itself. The Canadian economy has flourished with the assistance of the wine industry, along with its contribution towards national gross domestic production and economies of scale. The Canadian Vintners Association, also known as CVA, had revealed that the economic impact of the Canadian wine industry had grown by 33%, that is from 6.8 to 9 billion Canadian dollars during the period of 2011 to 2015. As the diagram shows right here, the wine industry of Canada has been contributing towards employment opportunities throughout the years of 2004 to 2012. Beyond this diagram, it can also be observed that the wine industry has been growing since 2012 till the present. This diagram also shows that the employment opportunities grow year by year throughout time. British Columbia is a region known for its wine industry and also its wine tourism industry. The region's wine industry has a total impact of 2.77 billion Canadian dollars on the overall economy. Moving on to disposable income levels of potential consumers. The total disposable personal income has increased to 1,271,464 Canadian dollars in the second quarter of 2019 from a staggering amount of 1,255,644 Canadian dollars in the first quarter. As you can see in this diagram right here, throughout the years of 2016 to 2019, the disposable personal income had grown immensely. The immense growth of disposable personal income had been faced by the citizens of British Columbia during the periods of 2005 to 2016, which holds a growth rate of 63%. It also holds a growth rate of 5.6% in the period of 2015 to 2016, thereby making British Columbia second to only Prince Edward Island when comparing growth rates of provinces during the same period. The fact that British Columbia has such growth rates of personal disposable income would be advantageous for Penfolds when distributing their luxury wines.
Canada, and in particular British Columbia, have many similarities with Australia. For one, they're both part of the Anglosphere and part of the Commonwealth of States. There is a common legal, economic, and political system between both the countries and the region. The English language is widely spoken. Christianity is the most dominant religion. They are both relatively homogenous across the board. Intangibly, of course, both countries share similar values and attitudes. Both are defined as low-context cultures in Hofstede's cultural framework. Further on, whilst they're both individually orientated societies, Canada, and thus British Columbia, is a more collective, long-term orientated and less masculine than that of Australia. Regarding drinking habits, in British Columbia, on average, 2.6 litres of wine was consumed per capita from the financial year of 2002 to 2003 to the financial year of 2018 to 2019. Whereas in Australia, there is a higher per capita litre of wine consumption at 3.67 litres as of 2019. There are several cultural variables that could affect the branding strategy. For one, the extreme climate, the hot weather in Australia versus the cold weather of Canada and British Columbia. This could differentiate the branding technique. Another factor is British Columbia's drinking age of 19 in comparison to Australia's of 18. One other thing is British Columbia's lower level of wine consumption could point to a higher level of consumer decision making and a less ingrained drinking culture than that of Australia.
Canada Regulations Environment. The Federal Importations of Intoxicating Liquor Act 1985 give Canada Province full control over the importations of wine into their jurisdictions. Alcohol is governed by the Food and Drugs Act 1985 and regulations, and the Consumer Packaging Labelling Act 1985 and the regulations. Products packaging standards are administered on the province level. The Safe Food for Canada Act 2018 and the Safe Food for Canada Regulations 2018 will come into effect. Labeling. Canada is officially bilingual. Labeling and packaging requirements are more important. The Consumer Package and the Labelling Act require all labeling to be bilingual. English and French have to contain a variety of informations, product identity, net quantity, dealer name, principal place of business. Australia license to export. The regulations require exporter of grapes product to be licensed where individual shipments exceed 100 litre. Wine Australia consider each applications against the following set of criteria in Regulations 5.3. For example, the financial standing of applicants. Export Permit Australia. The regulations allow for specific exemptions to the general conditions of export under legislated circumstances. Exporters are exempt from the requirements to be licensed and register their product when one of the following conditions is met. For example, contained in the personal luggage of a traveller.
I will be discussing the price and product components of the marketing mix. The core benefits of the Yattarna Chardonnay is it's an authentic Australian and white wine. It comes in a 750ml bottle and it possesses a 13.5% alcohol volume, which is equivalent to 8 standard drinks. The actual benefits of the Chardonnay is it's a white wine produced through a multi-regional blend of high-quality Chardonnay fruits from 3 different regions of Australia, and it's matured in authentic French oak barracks for 8 months. The Yattarna Chardonnay will utilise an elegant bottle design. It'll possess a screw cap top in order to keep oxygen out, and also will have a classic wine punt at the bottom of the bottle in order to make it easier for handling and easier for storage. It is recommended that the Yattarna Chardonnay only utilises high quality fruits from Australian cool climate regions, and that it is also distilled in premium authentic French oak barracks in order to maintain the perceived value in the eyes of the customer. To do with the product branding, Penfold is an iconic Australian wine. So by labelling this product as part of the Penfold's Chardonnay, Canadian white wine consumers are immediately able to comprehend that the product they are receiving is of very high quality. Also, by using the iconic logo, it becomes very easily recognisable straight away. With the pricing strategy, we recommend a value-based pricing strategy. This because consumers perceive Penfold's Yattarna Chardonnay as a high-quality product that only utilises fine ingredients resourced from all over Australia, and therefore are able to charge a higher price based on the perceived value of the customers. As a result of this, we've decided on a price of 135 Canadian dollars for a 750ml bottle of Yatana Chardonnay. And if the customers wish to buy this in a case of 6, the price will be $768 for a case of 6, lowering the price to $128 per bottle.
Strategy. First of all, we were going through some research and we found out that in British Columbia, people are most likely to go to BC liquor store and everything wine. I will be talking about that and then I will be going to promotion afterwards. We chose those stores as what we want our product to be in. We looked at factors such as ratings and staff, how friendly they are and how helpful they are, and the place, how convenient it is, and the cleanliness, as well as the reviews that people have told about the stores. First, I will talk about the BC liquor stores, which operates in 197 retail stores located throughout the province, and it is one of the largest retailers in British Columbia. And it also serves more than 36 million retail customers every year. And the next one is Everything Wine, which also serves more than 4,000 wines around the world, but it has a little negative point. We found that it only serves 6 BC locations, which was a negative point. But then the reviews were amazing from our customers. And then we go to promotion. When we talk about promotion, our product is a high-end product. So therefore, the advertisements have to be very professional and in a way that will be attractive to the high-end earners. And also, we decided to have free wine tasting at the store, which will attract the customers and which the customers will have a little idea of what the wine tastes like. And then the next one will be organizing a wine tasting event, which will be large. Thank you.